Fabian, we're in Lyon.
Lyon.
Quite an unexpected trip, well expected.
Yeah.
Tell me when, obviously PFL Madrid announced Costello van Steenis rematch, March 20th.
Yeah.
Tell me when you found out about this and when it was all going to happen.
I knew the fight. Obviously, I knew I was going to fight Costello next because we faced off in the cage after the last one, you know. But they told me the date a good 4 weeks ago now. You know, so I was excited to announce it to everyone and let everyone know because I know people are asking me when I'm out next. So yeah, March the 20th.
Part of quite an historic card, you know, PFL enter Madrid. It seems to be almost a sign of statement from the promotion. You know, it's something that the UFC hasn't managed to do yet.
Yeah.
How do you kind of view this move? And you know, under the new tenure of John Morton, the CEO, how have you kind of found this process so far?
It's a perfect, like I say, it's a perfect way to go to Spain and announce yourself. You know, you got two explosive fighters in the main event. You know, and someone's getting knocked out, it ain't gonna be me. You know what I mean? So it's a great way to enter the Spanish market. You know, so it's gonna be exciting.
It's interesting rematches because you know, obviously you've been in there. It was a close, very close decision last time. I think you even won one of the scorecards. So, like, you know, is that almost an advantage? You know, because you've been in there with Costello. Obviously, he's been in there with you. You know each other better than your average fighter. So how do you kind of view that in terms of your preparations? Is it the same as preparing for new opponents? You know, as someone that you've already been in there with.
It's different. Cause obviously I've had the feel of him. You know what I mean? And so I know his strength. Obviously, I know he's evolved as a fighter, but I feel like I'm just completely different. I was watching the fight back on the fucking toilet yesterday, you know what I mean? And I was cringing. I was like, I couldn't believe that was me in there because I'm just a completely different fighter now, you know. So if he thinks it's gonna be the same, he's in for a rude awakening.
I mean, that was what, 2020, five years ago.
Yeah.
Fight. So what's changed in those 5 years?
Obviously my skills, but the main thing is my mindset, the approach to this game. You know, I feel like at that time I've never took a loss before, and I felt like I was fighting that fight was too safe, you know. And this one, forget safety, you know, forget safety. I'm getting in the car with no seatbelt. So I'm going in there to just get in his face straight away and have a fight, you know.
Tell me about that high kick. I mean, I love going through with fighters, you know, specifically in the moment, you know, what you were thinking when it happened. He's down, he's unconscious, scarily similar to your big brother. Over Kamaru Usman. What's kind of like, you know, what does it feel like to produce such an emphatic, you know, and you know, something like that? It kind of raises your stature as well. In the PFL, can you run me through that?
When he blows someone's head off, it doesn't feel like hard. It just feels like you just kind of kicking through something, you know. But the feeling of it against the opponent that was talking shit is just a great feeling, you know. And but I knew I was gonna take him out, you know. I knew I was gonna take him out. But for myself with the PFL, I've had 3 main events this year. I've had 2 finishes and one fight. I battled the guy for 3 rounds. So I feel that's just showing to them I'm worth what you're paying me. You know what I mean? I'm here to make statements, you know, and that's it.
What do your goals look like for 2026? You know, how obviously you've been very active recently with the tournament and then winning the tournament in such an incredible fashion. Like, do you kind of sit down with the team and be like, you know, obviously I've got this fight in March, I want to maybe be back in there, you know, June, July. And obviously the PFL's being made a lot simpler now with the titles. And the champion's going to be one per division. It makes it a lot easier to follow for the fans. So how do you kind of view, you know, the next 12 months? I know fighters don't like looking ahead, but you know, in an ideal scenario, where would this go for you?
Ideal scenario, I'm sitting down end of the year. I've took Costello out. Just to beat him is not enough for me. You know, I need to go out there and make a statement. And then defending that title against whoever, whether it's a trilogy, Whether it's I know to mention this Brian Battle guy, I think. Whether it's him, whoever it is, but I see myself finishing the year with a title on a defense, and I like for that to be in Birmingham, so we got to bring it to Birmingham. I know we went around, I can't remember, I think it was like 5-6 years ago, so they need to bring it back to Birmingham.
Bring the PFL to Birmingham.
They need to bring it to Birmingham, PFL to Birmingham.
That'd be awesome. And I was thinking, I just want to touch on Lyon very quickly.
Yeah.
Obviously a very devastating defeat for him last time out, and he won that first round.
Yeah.
And he was looking good. He was looking in his groove, and obviously you were there.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I always like asking you about Lyon because you give a very fascinating perspective on him, and being so close to him. Obviously you're his brother at the end of the day. And then what happens in the second round is what happens. What does it kind of look like for Lyon in the next year in terms of how you spoke to him and how he plans to move on?
For me personally, what the team think is just, he still shows he's still got a lot of fight left, but with this fight game at the highest level, you make a mistake, which he did, a technical mistake and a great shot from his opponent. These things happen, so it's just one of those ones where you can't stay down for too long because these things can just happen sometimes. And I know he's done a lot of skid and people are quick to forget, but he's still world class, and he's still got a lot of fight left. So for next year, he's just resting up at the moment, get back to training, and we'll just work towards the next opponent, whoever that may be. And that's all we can do in this game, dust off and keep moving,
You just have to keep moving forward.
That's it.
When you mentioned bringing the PFL back to Birmingham, I thought, I wonder would Edwards brothers at the top of the bill, co-main, defending the title. Have you ever spoke to Lyon about, PFL, come on over?
Nah.
In the one card?
Nah, I just think it's just more so like he's doing his thing over there or I'm doing my thing over here, and that's it. To have two brothers in two of the major promotions in the world achieving what we've achieved that's good. You know what I mean?
Crazy.
That's crazy. So that's maybe one day we never know. We never know what the future holds. But for now, we'll keep it how it is.
And we'll finish on a high. How do you get the job done in Madrid? The main event, March 20th, PFL Madrid.
It's gonna be a finish. I feel it. I really do feel it. I know people say it, but I feel it. I'm gonna be prepping in a way for a finish. Which I like to put myself in bad positions to potentially get this finish, but I just feel like I'm tough enough to take his shots and to go through what I need to go through to get that win. And like I said, prediction would be a third or fourth round finish for myself.
Love to hear it. And you're entering enemy territory. I assume that's nothing really that phases you at this stage of your career?
Now, if you know me, I don't give a shit about it. Like, you know what I mean? I'm going to go out there, I want to take him out, eat some paella, whatever else they eat over there,
Is that more
and
exciting to be able to go in and kind of upset the crowd, be the villain, I love that Frimpong at Octagon.
Oh, yeah.
He's playing this villain role, he's fighting all the native guys over there. So does that
Yeah, it's good. Like,
at this stage of your career, you want
to go in someone's backyard away he's from and take him out and quiet. Because at the end of the day, people love good fighting. So they might say, and boo me. But once I go in and I blow his chin off his shoulders, like, they're going to be cheering me on. Because people love to see entertainment, So I will be playing whatever role I need to play. And like I said, when I go out there and I finish him, I know I'll be getting some Spanish fans as well.